What is up, family? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Alexis Coco. If you are new to this channel and you have not been here before, please like and subscribe to the channel so you can see more content similar to this. In the event that you have been here before and you have not subscribed or liked, what are you waiting for? Please go ahead and do that. It's going to help me out a great deal, and it's going to help a lot of other people out a great deal too. So I'm going to try to make this video as brief as possible, but basically I have a special message that God sent me through a plant. And it's so weird saying this, but that was my experience. So I want to share the story and the message that God gave me with you guys, because I don't feel like it just applied to myself. And after prayer and meditation, I had this situation happen months ago, but it's been on my heart every morning when I wake up to do this. So I'm finally doing it. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning right now, y'all. So this is real love and dedication. So excuse me if I'm looking crazy and stuff. Oh yeah, by the ways, I told you guys, every time I start a video, I'm gonna either burn my sage or my Palo Santo just to clear the energy, just to make sure that we are all on the same page, honey. So basically, God sent me a message through a plant. And this plant, I actually bought it from IKEA. Oh, geez. Okay, my phone is about to die. I'm so sorry. But yeah, so basically, I bought this plant through IKEA, or at IKEA. And I bought it when I was in the process of moving. It came with like care instructions and stuff like that. And so I'm sorry, a message popped up and I swear I thought I put my phone on do not disturb. But anyways, so yeah, when I bought this plant, it came with care instructions. And so I decided that I was going to follow the care instructions on how to take care of the plant. And so as I got the plant and I'm taking care of it, the plant started freaking dying. Okay, so I'm watering it every 3 days or whatever it said, and literally it's just dying. And so eventually the entire plant freaking died. Excuse me. The entire plant died, and I'm like freaking out, and I'm like, why is this plant dying when I am following the instructions on how to water it? I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing for this plant to thrive, and this plant is dying. And so I wasn't drowning it out either. I was like giving it a moderate amount of water, and it was just really a struggle, like getting this plant to come back to life, and it became impossible. I'm watering it and it's dying. I'm watering it and it's dying. And eventually the entire plant just died out. It was all beige leaves. The leaves started getting all crispy and crunchy, girl. I was like, what in the world? So anyways, I was very upset that my plant died, because I really had some type of weird attachment to this plant. And I don't know why I was so attached to this plant in the moment, because I'm like, I just got it from my kid. I could always get another plant. But it was just the first plant that actually died on me. And I was literally nurturing it how it was said to nurture. So, that being said, I took all of the dead leaves off one day, and I was gonna toss the plant. I'm like, it's no point in me keeping this plant anymore. It's all the way dead. It was just like a centerpiece on my table, and I was like, well, maybe people won't notice it's dead. Maybe they'll think like this is just a store-bought dead plant for decoration. I don't know. Anyways, you know, people were like, you got that dead plant on your table, girl. So I was like, all right, I'm about to get rid of it. So I cleared all the dead leaves out, and then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna reuse this pot, because the pot was very nice. And well, it wasn't very nice. So the pot it was in obviously was nice, but inside I had one of those like pre-filtering, like the ones that already filter itself, the inner pot. I don't know what it's called, but anyways, yeah, so I ended up taking all the dead leaves out. I was keeping the pot, and so I put the pot, I left the pot on the table or something, and a couple weeks go by, and I'm kind of lazy, so I just let it live. So a couple weeks went by, and this plant, I just saw a green leaf sticking out of the soil. And keep in mind, at this point, I was not watering the plant. I was not doing anything to the plant. I was not taking care of the plant. It was just sitting there. And I was just walking past it, and, that's it. And so that one small leaf turned into 2 small leaves. And that 2 small leaves turned into 3 small leaves. Keep in mind, at this point, I'm still not watering it because I'm like, this plant is on some BS. So let me leave this plant the hell alone, because I was really frustrated with this plant. I had put my all into saving this plant, and I could literally not get it to live. But the minute that I stopped doing anything to this plant, I stopped watering it, I stopped feeding it, I stopped trying to change the soil, I stopped trying to stick food in it, I stopped doing stuff to it, that's when it came back to life. Today, this is my plant. And so she's beautiful. She is beautiful. It honestly, this is not even where she was when I originally got her. She's not where she was when I got her, but she's growing tremendously. And this has been a couple of months worth of growth. And I literally, I started watering her like once every couple weeks now or whatever, since then. And she's just been thriving and doing well. But the message that God gave me, and I was also in a toxic relationship at the time too, when he gave me this revelation, and to stop watering things that you should be allowing God to take care of. And I say that because oftentimes we'll be in these relationships, we'll have family that we deal with, we'll have jobs that we deal with, and over again, time and time again, we'll just pour into it, give our all, put our everything into these situations that God is meant to handle. That's not our place. That's not our job. And so the minute I left this plant alone and I allowed the light to hit it, it was taken care of. I woke up one day and God told me, the seed has been planted. It was pertaining to my situation though. And so when he told me that the seed had been planted, I didn't put 2 and 2 together. But I also didn't think about this plant either, obviously. I was like, what? But I could kind of assume that it was about my situation. It was somebody that I was dating who I was sent to help heal. But one thing about me, with me being not only an empath, but also just me being a good-hearted person, I tend to pour into the people that I love and I care about, like overly pour into these people, and I give a lot of myself to people who don't deserve it. And it's not even like that just the people don't deserve it, but I'm not pouring into myself or focusing on the right things because I'm pouring into these people and these things pertaining to the people that I love. And so I feel like somebody needs to hear this. Stop pouring into your situation. Stop pouring into your boyfriend. Stop pouring into your partner. Stop pouring into your family or your friends or whatever until you pour into yourself first. And when God gives you an assignment, keep in mind that every contract has an end date. Nothing lasts forever. Every contract has an end date. And when you are working against the grain and you are pouring and constantly putting yourself into a situation after the contract has expired, and I'm not talking about like a physical contract, obviously, I'm talking about like a divine contract, and the purpose in you being in somebody's life. It could be for a day, it could be for a month, it could be for weeks, it could be for years, decades. Your purpose in someone's life, only you and God will know that. But when that contract ends, you will know, because it'll be complicated and challenging to just do the simplest of things, or like as far as communication goes, or as far as like typical standards or just respect, or it'll just be a wrench in your plan. I think that's how you say it, like a wrench in your plan. Everything you plan will literally fall off and it won't go according to how you want it to, because it's not meant. It's meant for God to handle. So he will give you an assignment to add on to somebody's life, or to give somebody, he'll give you an assignment to plant a seed into someone's life, but your job is not to constantly pour and garden people. Your job is not to do that. So one thing I always encourage everybody to get plants to some extent. And I say that because it's an organic and natural way for you to put your nurturing energy into something that you can control. In this situation with this plant, I did not know what to do because I was following the care instructions or whatever the case might be. But again, the minute I left this plant alone, it started to thrive. And the odd thing and how it all tied in together for me, and this was like double confirmation from God, was that same person who was toxic in my life around the time when this plant was dying, they gave me a cactus. Sorry, I got paint in my nail, but they gave me a cactus, this plant right there. That was a gift that they gave me a long time ago. And the thing about that plant in particular is it's a plant that you don't have to water to grow. So I hope that this message stood out to somebody out there somewhere. I hope that it touched somebody's heart. And if you like content like this, like the video, comment, let me know if you felt like this message was for you. I prayed over this video before even recording it that it would go to the ears that needed to hear it, and it would go to the eyes that needed to receive it, and that it's interpreted properly. But again, if you have any questions, concerns, want to show love or support, please like and share and subscribe. And then also just comment down below. Let me know if you rocking with me or not. Actually, don't tell me if you're not, because I'm a Sagittarius. I might catch an attitude, you know what I'm saying? But, it's like, no, I'm joking. I really don't care. But thank you for the love and support in advance. If you guys have if you want to have a conversation or anything, let me know. If you have a story to share, put it in the comments. I love reading stories and hearing testimonies from people. So it was nice talking to y'all. Y'all have a good night. I'm about to go to bed. Bye.